Alright, we are live. So, g'day there, ladies and ladies. Welcome back to our Elite Redux Let's Play. Let's see, we have made it to Fall Harbour Town. Fall Harbour Town? No, it doesn't have a H, it's like Fall Arbor, or I usually just call it what do I usually call it? Now I confuse myself. Fall Harbour Town. Fall Harbour. Anyway, we're in this town. Yeah, we defeated Watson last time. Today we should be able to defeat Flannery, we should be able to defeat Norman, and maybe, depending on time, we can get up to May. So, here's a team. We got our Tea Leaves team. The rest is kind of fine. I feel like I'll use this do it a little bit more, but then I'll change it up again. Now, I don't know if there's anything we really need to get around here, so I might just continue on. Now, Pokemon that I like here, I do like Chansey. Not really anything else. There's a lot of fishermen here. Okay, it should be doable. Very nice. That was a crit. I did like no damage to Wishy-Washy. Well, you want it anyway. At least gets rid of the focus sash if it has one. Oh, you're using Crow Dance? You don't know that I've got a dancer? That was a mistake. Oh boy. And then I get to copy the Crow Dance as well. That was a terrible move for you, Gyarados. Okay. Blade, that's fine. Belly drum, alright. Excellent. Is there anything worthwhile we can get from fishing? Also, I'm seeing that, like, we've got average view duration of 5 minutes, but I'm not seeing anyone in chat. Now, YouTube has been having some issues with me recently. I don't know if it's, like, system-wide or if it's just me. So, if you can, like, maybe refresh the stream, then I can see. I don't know what's going on with it, but I do know that, yeah, YouTube has been having some issues with me. It has been, like, asking me to verify my age, because, like, you know, Australia's, you know, age social media ban for under 16. So, I think YouTube thinks that I'm, like, a kid. Right, you're immune. So, I don't want to, like, you know, really give too much identification to YouTube, you know, but maybe I do need to, so that YouTube can stop playing around, because, like, sometimes it's like, when I join a live stream, it's like, hey, remember that people can see what you post. Cool. It's like, I already know that. But if it's like trying to do that because it's wanting to make sure that I'm like protected, I guess that can make sense, but maybe we just do it again. Ow. So, yeah, but yeah, there's definitely been moments where it's like YouTube is kind of having some issues, so I don't know what exactly is up with it. Now we could go like Bubble for the Rhyperia, or we could go Ominous Wind for Jodigan. Rhyperia's got 30 anyway, so let's just go for Ominous Wind. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone. I mean, it's always possible that they're just viewing, but it's not even saying that I've got any views on my stream. But I've got average view duration of like 8 minutes, so that's it's a bit awkward. I don't know what's going on with that. But I am guessing it is a YouTube thing. I don't think it's on my end. I guess people can let me know if, I guess in some way, if other people are having issues as well. Because I have been like looking around and other people are having issues, just not the same kind of issues. So I don't know what's going on. But I imagine it's token, so I do apologise, I'm not able to see your messages. Because I had this like last week as well. Fenley from the SPC said that he couldn't, like, well, he messaged but I couldn't read the message. Well, at least I didn't read it out. But I didn't actually see any message, so... But other people were able to, so... I don't know what is up with it. So whoever is here is probably getting the unlucky end of YouTube and is unable to just interact with me. Which is a bit awkward. But even though I can't read any messages and it's possible that nobody's here, I can't even tell who's here. If it's only got average view duration of 10 minutes and I've got 0 views, I can't tell how many people are here, you know? So I hope everyone's doing fine, and I am sorry that I can't read your message. But I have no idea what's happening. Maybe I'll try relaunching the stream. That could do it. Oh. Hey, Token, there we go. How's it going? Don't know what that first symbol is, but welcome in. I'm able to see a message, which is great. How's it going? I did, yeah, I did see your Eradicate video. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't realize there were so many Eradicators. Are those in this version, or are they in like the 2.6? Also, one time when I was like doing a Rock Smash, like ages ago, not on this playthrough, but one time when I was doing a Rock Smash here, I found a Registeel. Is that particularly rare? Wait, so what was the question? Yeah, I guess I had two different questions. So one was Eradicate. Are those evolutions in 2.5 or are they in the 2.6 version? Also, one time doing Rock Smash, I found Registeel from a Rock Smash. Is that particularly rare? .6.5. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. It looks pretty cool though. There was like 3 of them. There was 2 evolutions and then a like a third one, which is interesting. Yeah, it's like 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 or something like that. Ah, okay. Yeah, I was like really questioning like why it was there, but you know, I wasn't complaining. I didn't use it because I was like messing around with like a gimmick of like either psychic types only or something like that, but yeah, correct. 2 first stages and a whole new one. Fair enough. It means that Eradicate can hold an Eviolite. I don't know if that makes it particularly better. But one of them had like a ability that was like boosting power of like under 400 BSV or something. So I'm guessing that's like ideally for Eradicate, right? But I imagine that there would be a few Pokemon that could be useful in that, like I don't know, like other unevolved Pokemon like Clefairy, for example. I don't know the base stat total of Clefairy, but I'm hoping it's in the correct range. Right, who are we going to use for this Double Battle? I think Donphin is pretty reliable. Chinchino, and we'll go Dugong as well. Why not? Okay, maybe Keys Swampert and Rapidash. Why is that guaranteed to kill 9,000? Am I just that strong, or is it part fairy type? It is part fairy type, okay. Yeah, a lot of people focus on that ability, but personally for that mon, I would just run Fur Coat and Sharpen. Shay was just using one of the starts. He was using Radio Latvioso with Belly Jump. Fair enough. Like, I forget what the ability did. Like, what does that Eradicate ability did? I didn't really read it, you know? Alright, so I'm really worried about the Escadrille, I believe. Maybe I should have been worried about the Ninetales. But we survive, and we get our weakness policy boost. Yeah, you can go for Ninetales, that's fine. Ironhead. Also against Mimikyu. Carbine. Well, that's not exactly great for us. I guess we can tank the Subtle Beam for Mimikyu. Good enough. Yeah, I didn't actually read what the ability does. Does it give them increased attack, or is it priority? Let's go with Jigong for the Aurora Veil. Helps with the... I'll help with the speed. Shadow Sneak hits both. That's pretty cool. Just help with the speed. Wait, what was that on Mimikyu? Hello. Mimikyu is the champ. Hello, Dino. How's it going? You excited for our PvE on Thursday/Friday? Okay. I'll just keep reducing the speed. Hope everyone's excited. It should be pretty good. Unfortunately, with the time, we can't get everyone. But I know you've got a bit of a deadline for the actual event, so it's gonna have to be fine, you know, and people will just have to be directed to your video or someone else's video about it. Which should be fun. But the hard part is trying to get everyone not to spoil the results, you know, because ideally they watch it live. But I'm just gonna hope that nobody's gonna actually spoil it. Anyway, what are you asking about the Rat King ability? It boosts stats under 400 by 50%. That's what I'm wondering about. Okay, so 50%. So, assuming that you get just under 400, you get up to 398 or something, right? Boosting by 50% almost gives you 200. So I guess you're about just under 500. No, just under 600. So there must be at least one Pokemon that's really, really good for that. It's definitely something that you can build around. It'll be interesting. You know? But we win this from here. There we go. Oh yeah, I feel that we have to do this volcano stuff first. Any Pokemon here? No. Missed opportunity. Even though I'm doing double battles, I want them. Nah, I'll do double battle. Why not? It's only fair. That's part of the reason I pushed it to the day before the deadline. Limit the amount of information that can get out. Yeah. Gotcha. At least it'll be turning into a video relatively quickly. But yeah, like I don't know, like some people are pretty happy to be chatting. So I'm hoping that they're gonna be pretty chill about it. That's fine. Rock boss kills. Yeah. He'll go Jurong. Jurong's good here. First fight is huge. Send out big old Azu. There we go. Yeah, so Pokemon Champions is just around the corner, which is going to be interesting. I don't know if I want to give it a try or not. Like, I have had some rant videos about it before. And I'm overall not that excited about it. Like, sure, it's competitive Pokemon, and it would be cool to maybe, like, try it out, but if it's very, like, pay to win for, like, the Mega Stones and stuff, then I'm probably not going to be that interested. Never wrote him, huh? Wait, what even was there on the Rotom? Huh. Okay. Oops. That's fine. You got 30 anyway, so we may as well go for a chilling... No. We gotta show that Rotom before it becomes a menace. Icy Wind here is good. I probably won't go putting my own Pokemon in, but I'm definitely going to be making videos on it, so I'll have a content team for sure. Yeah, like I'm just curious about like how much you can really do with Pokemon. Like, do you get access to all the egg moves? Or like event moves, you know? Because if it's just like basic move pool and TMs, it's going to be pretty awkward. You know, like, how obscure can you, like, get with the Pokemon? You know, like, are you just able to learn any move from their list, or is it, like, a restricted move pool? You know? Like, this had the opportunity to be the ultimate battle simulator. Right? Just have triple battles, have rotation battles, inverse battles, you know, have support for the older formats, mess around with the rules, like, in the typings, like, so, like, you know, Ghost and Dark were now neutral in Gen 6, right? Have a mode where we can go back to pre-Gen 6, you know? Have a mode where it's Gen 5 weather, where it's, like, permanent. Have a mode where, you know, there's no, like, the physical and special split for moves are reverted, so that all normal types are physical attacks, you know? Like, have different formats, you know? Rather than just, like, essentially one format, but shot and between a single or double battle format. Also, is there going to be a time limit on the battles themselves? You know, because I imagine that stall strategies would be kind of annoying. Like, it's designed to be a mobile game, right? So pick up and play and stuff whenever. And so I imagine that there's going to be a valid strategy in gaining victory points just by making the opponent rage quit. You know? But I guess we'll see. You know, like, just have a bunch of leftovers and stockpile moves, you know? Just make your opponent quit due to them not having enough attention span, you know? Like, that's always going to be a possibility. I have a feeling it will be cracking on if you don't use your own, just like Stadium. Yeah, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? I have a feeling they will include the special stuff because they're using champions for the BGC. It's really hard to tell what they're going to do. But they had a lot of chance to really shake it up. But from what I'm hearing, it's just going to be kind of like a continuation of the Scarlet and Violet format. Like Regulation F or G or whatever. I don't really know competitors that much. Like, but if I go into ranked mode in Pokemon Champions, am I able to use any Pokemon, or does it have to be like Pokemon based off a tier system? You know? Like Uber's tier or NU or whatever, like... Would something like Gladian be able to compete with, you know, Dragonite? Or would I have to battle Baidu for something? This is a bad matchup for us. We basically can't do anything to Hydreigon. You know, it's a straight Crobat. Assuming we survive this. Fire Blast miss, okay. Great Bird. At least they survive. So it will be interesting to see how it'll go, but I don't think the majority of people are going to be playing Pokemon Champions in like 2 to 3 months from now. As long as we can go crazy with Tickle Apom, we're good. So I think they're making it so that you can't have unevolved Pokemon, right? They have to be fully evolved Pokemon, except for Pikachu, because Pikachu's the exception to the rule. We gotta get rid of that Hydreigon if possible. Nope, Fire Blast. So you might be able to do it with Ambipom, but probably not with Apom. All the Ventals are stuck at 12. I'm not sure about transfer. I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. This is Pokemon that we're talking about, and they are very peculiar with their restrictions. You know, like, they're very anti-options, you know? Like, nowadays you're kind of forced into switch mode, right? You're also forced into experience share. So them giving you options to use like baby Pokemon, you know, don't count on it. And I guess that's why they said in the original trailer at the very end that not all Pokemon will be able to be transferred into from home into Champions, because they could be talking about baby Pokemon not being a thing. I mean, I guess we'll find out, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. Yeah, let's Icy Wind. At least get rid of, Sturdy, you know? If it does have it. The wall shattered. Oh, the Aurora. I'm hoping it doesn't have speed boost and beast boost. White herb? Okay, so it's probably gonna try and do a Draco Meteor. Leftovers. An Aqua Ring. Okay, so no beast boost. Send out the Dawn. Immune to high also, huh? Alright. Okay, we survive. Oh no. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so you'll be curious, and I do hope that like the rental Pokemon are on par with like being able to be transferred, because otherwise that's going to be really awkward to try and get the rental Pokemon, right? Like it's going to really try and force you to transfer your own Pokemon. And so that would like really limit the appeal to the wider audience, you know? Like little Timmy that's got a phone isn't gonna get Pokemon Champions without already having Pokemon Home and a Pokemon game and all that. So if the rental Pokemon are not as fully customizable as you bringing in your own Pokemon, then I don't think it's going to be too good. I also wonder how they're going to handle hacked Pokemon, like into Pokemon Home and then transferred into Pokemon Champions. You know, like, is there going to be some kind of restrictions on, like, Pokemon so that they have to have, like, a certain move pool from the list or something, you know? Sure, I agree. You know, like, if I, say, hack in a Pokemon with Judgment, you know, right? And then I transfer that into Pokemon Champions. Is the game going to detect that it's a hacked Pokemon, or is it going to let it slide, you know? That is going to be a question. And so, I'm thinking because, like, the changes to a Pokemon are not going to change the Pokemon when you bring it out. Like, if you bring a Pokemon into Pokemon Champions, and you change around its IVs, when you bring it back out, it will revert. So you won't be able to like change the nature, for example. You'd have to like do that with a mint in your own game. And so I'm thinking if it's doing something like that, right, then it might be, yes, you have this Pokemon and you know, it might have a nickname, it might be shiny or whatever, but everything to do with its EVs and natures and move pool and ability, you have to reselect it from the start. If it's doing it like that, then that would mean that you basically can't hack in the Pokemon because it would already have a data pool about what the Pokemon can learn. So I am curious to see what's going to happen with that. Alright, now who do I like here? I kind of like Geiger. It's okay, but not really. Jangmo. It's cool, but not really my thing. Not really a Salazzle guy. I know that Splendid's got a new Meta evolution, but I'm not keen. Hmm. I kind of just want to avoid these people and get on with the finery. What the? That was weird. So I am very curious about what they're going to do, but even if it's as good as we think it might be, right? Even if we're assuming the best, I imagine that it's only going to survive like 2 to 3 months from the like main audience. Obviously the competitive players are still going to play it, but I can't see it being particularly downloaded. I don't think it'll get to like 2 million downloads or anything, you know? Even 1 million is kind of stretching it. But we'll find out. You guys can let me know if I'm correct or incorrect about this. Do we get anything here? Do I like Volcarona? Do I like it? I never really used one, so not exactly knowledgeable about it. I kind of like it, but I hate Live Esther with how long it takes to evolve. So I'm gonna say no. But I do know there's like a new area around, isn't there? Now I kind of like Sizzle. Sizzle isn't too bad. I had the option of like neither before. Nah, I'll be fine. I do kind of like Toucannon though. So I'll get that. And I guess I like Heracross. I'll worry about that later. I think it's just like a Redux Chansey, right? With like fighting type. Alright, ready to the Pokemon Center. So, and you guys, I gotta be careful with Chansey because like sometimes it's better not to evolve it. If it had Friend Guard, it would be a no-brainer, but yeah, Redux Chansey is fighting type. Redux Blissey is the fastest mod in the game? Really? What? But it's a big egg. That is interesting. I might have to check that out at some point, but how much does Chansey change when it evolves? I mean, this is like base that total in the like around 400, give or take. So I'm imagining it gets a bit of a boost. It has 255 speed. Wow! Why is it so fast? But let's look at just regular Wissy. Edge coat, super luck triage. Safeguard and entry is fine. Self-sufficient, okay. I don't know, but it's funny. It is funny, but very awkward. Okay, so a bit of improvement all around. Not mostly special attack. I think got a boost. It's okay. Other additions are Trumbeak. You definitely gotta have Skill Link, right? Yep, Skill Link, Super Luck, Sheer Force, Immolate. Huh. Not bad. Did I get any new additions? Oh yes. So I'm gonna have to move these guys around. I doubt we'll fill up another box at this stage. It's probably like an easier way to like select them all, but it's whatever. And Heracross, what did you get? I know you can Mega Evolve, so it's probably bounced around that. Violent Rush. Ooh. Not bad. I guess things will change once I get access to Mega Evolution. But it is time to retire my current team. And we're going to do something of a meme build. So we're going to battle Flannery with Ice-type Pokemon. Now, you might be thinking that I'm insane, but there is perfectly good reason for this, right? If you were to use a Water-type move against a Fire-type, which is what most people would expect, right? The water would just evaporate before it gets there, given how hot-headed Flannery is. But if you were to use an Ice-type move against Flannery, it would melt into water before it would get to the Fire-type, so it wouldn't evaporate. So, in an ideal scenario, Ice-types would be effective. So, we're going to be using our Ice-type Pokemon to defeat Flannery. Luckily, we have a few, so we can definitely go with a Hail strategy. And then we could. Not really feeling that one. I'm kind of interested in you though. So we're going to use Ice types against Fire, and it's going to be good. So Dugong's already set. We need to figure out who's our Hail setter. Could be Wolverine. That's some Ash Ketchum attack the sprinklers strategy. I mean, you know, it's because we respect that Flannery is so intense with her heat, right? If we were just using water type moves, it would not be effective. So we gotta think outside the box here, and we gotta go with Ice type attacks, or Ice type Pokemon. Obviously, Wolverine's gonna be useful, because it's part water type, but we're gonna be using Ice type Pokemon. So who has Snow Warning? We got Wolverine. You definitely have it, right? Yeah. Your entire thing is about setting it. Okay, we got a few options. You do not. Okay, you got Snow Warning by default. Okay. So, our Ice setter needs to be either Wolverine, Aurorus, or Frostra. Well, I mean, Frostra is already gonna automatically set it, so it might have to be him. Boost attack and defense when hit by water or ice. Probably not gonna happen. Sticky web on entry. That could be useful. Ice body. That also sounds pretty good. Boost water ice by 1.5. Halves fire damage taken. That sounds pretty good to me. Rough skin. Ice body. Yeah. Yeah, decently fast. You gotta admit though, that it's gonna be pretty funny if it works. We'll just go with... Maybe we'll just go Spiderway for utility. So, I imagine your attacks are physical. And then, while you are decently fast, maybe we'll just have you on defense. You showed weakness policy to yours. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, right? Because we can Solid Rock, Primal Armor. We got a bunch of weaknesses, so you know we're probably gonna hit like a Rock type or Ground type attack. Oh, and Permafrost as well. So we take like no damage from super effective moves. I don't know if it. Well, it doesn't. Like, it's not additive, obviously, otherwise we'd be taking like no damage. So I guess it would be multiplicative. So, very nice. Yeah, so if we're gonna go special, well, if we're going to weakness policy, we definitely want special attack. Yeah, I mean, HP is pretty good for it. We want to go max special attack, I think. There we go. There we go. Weakness policy should be pretty good. Yeah, we don't need you for snow. So, Ice Body, Thick Fat. Thick Fat's gonna be useful. Arctic Fur, nice. Growing Tooth. Maybe we just go Pure Sheer Force. Hiya! How's it going? How's it going, mine? And then... I don't know, we'll just go Bulk. You never go wrong with HP, I think. We just do something like that, that's fine. Chilling for now? Well, luckily for you, we're also going to be chilling. We're going to be using Ice type Pokemon against Flannery. Because it makes logical sense, you know? Duh. I guess we'll sort out your item later. I just want to go through the abilities and stats. So, Snowclake Evasion is going to be pretty useful. Horn Spirit could be good. I kind of like Snowclake. They could just help us out. Highest attacking stat by 1.5 in Hail. Nice. Slushers. Yeah, so if we go Blizzard, we should have 100% chance to freeze. And I think Blizzard bypasses accuracy in Hail, right? So that should be pretty good. Very nice. That's fine. Yeah, like, we're not gonna really use Soul Eater because we're not that bulky. Horn Spirit could be also pretty useful, I guess, but we'll go Snowquake. Mamoswine. Let's see. You got decent speed. I guess if we want to use Growing Tooth for a few things, then we're going to probably Permafrost. I feel like that would be useful. Hail is hella fun. It's going to be really fun trying to use it against Flannery though. That's the thing. I guess we get a speed boost. That's fine. And then, yeah, Frostula. You're fine. Alright, now to do the moves and items. So, I should probably give you like an Icy Rock, that way I don't need to switch in and out all the time. Does Icy Rock even work for Snow Warning? I think it does, right? Oh no, it's just 8 turns anyway, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, made it back. Work got busy. I forgot to say about Mimikyu, he has Cue Summon Habitat and animations in Pokobia. Fair enough. I'm not too familiar with Pokobia. I know of it, right? But I don't know details about it because I don't have a Switch 2. So I haven't been able to play it. But, I'm guessing it's like surrounded by a bunch of toys or clothing. So, in terms of items, we got Weakness Policy, we got Leftovers. I want Mamoswine. We could choice. We could like do a choice band. Or choice scarf. Maybe a choice scarf. Really help with speed. Let's give it a try. Frostless. Let's see, in order to get Pokemon you have to build their little habitats, in order to get Nuki you have to leave Pikachu doll next to a Pikachu couch. Interesting. Alright, so for Frostless, we want well, we're going to be using Hail. Oh, we're going to be using Blizzard right off the bat to freeze them. So, what I really need from Frostless is I guess a Focus Sash. And then every time I can't find him in the village, he's always in his house with little love hearts above his head, looking at the Pikachu doll. I wish that they gave Mimikyu different disguises in that game. Like, have a Clefairy doll form, give us a Eevee doll maybe, you know? And then Frostula, we want... Okay, so you are our defensive boy. So... You know what, maybe we just give you the Okaberry. Just make you extra survive a fire type attack. And then Warrain... I mean, can't go too wrong with Leftovers. Give it a try. Now for the moves. So we want Bite moves. Ice Fang, great. Lobby Bite, eh. That is so dumb though. Mimikyu doesn't love Pikachu, it just as it because trainers love it. Yeah, that is true. Like, it is kind of messing up the law, isn't it? Like, there's a bunch of doll, like Eevee, Arcanine, even the Green Substitute doll, but they made a gimmick where you give the doll a drift point and it brings you to random islands based on the doll. Whack. They should have had different Mimikyu forms. You know, if they're willing to have a different Smeagol and Snorlax or whatever, then give us a new Mimikyu. source and the mimicking expert. Yeah. That you are. Hey, Poker fan, how's it going? We're doing pretty good. We're preparing an Ice type team to take on the Fire type gym leader. So everything is doing well. Like, is this good? Hyperfang, what do you do? Flinch chance. I mean, it's a normal type attack, so they all kind of benefit from our Grum Tooth. I guess we don't have the extra effects such as damage. Peak Ichu is the saddest thing ever. She's not even ghost type, she's white because she used all her electricity to help her friends. I feel like if it's used up all its electricity, it should be... Is it... So... Not even ghost type? Like... If it's used up all its electricity, Pikachu should be, like, dead. If I'm being honest. There's a lot of, like, little things about Pokopia that really grind your gears if you know about the lore of Pokemon. Like, in the trailer of Pokopia, right? Like, one of the first ones. There was an Oddish sleeping at night. Oddish are supposed to be active during night. You know? Like... Okay, so we're definitely going Blizzard. Everything else is kind of whatever. I doubt we'll really survive, but... Shadow Ball... Yeah... Memento could be good. And sure, we'll go Chilling Water. It's not ghost type, it's actually just a ghost. How's it not a ghost type though? Without spoiling the story, it's an out-of-timeline game that happens around Fire Red. I mean, it's a spin-off game, so I wouldn't, you know, put too much like faith into the timeline stuff of it, but I'd have to like really look into it to give my own opinion. But I guess we'll see. Your moves. We want more body moves from you, don't we? Yeah. But yeah, like there was an Oddish sleeping in the trailer. It's like, Oddish are active during night and they sleep during day. Why is it sleeping during night, you know? So, I don't know. I wouldn't put too much faith into it. Okay, Mount Chunk could be good. That might be even better. Good old Rock Slide. Could be useful. I mean, that works on both of them, right? So that's pretty good. Nice. Not bad. And then finally, what do I even want from you? Water Sport. Could be good. Hey, how many times do you actually get to use Water Sport? Am I right? Counter. When it comes to day-night activities, I think they randomly assign them. My Hothead sleeps all day, and so does my Pidgey. I've noticed Pidgeotto sleeping random times, and I've never seen Hitmonchan sleep at all. He's always just working the counter at the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I mean, it's a spin-off game for a reason, but... Just finished my Blueberry Podex on bar today, very nice. What do you get for completing the Podex of the DLC? I know in Sword and Shield, you get, like, the, was it the stamp charm or something? Like, or the different sparkle charm thing for the different journey? Alright, so this should be pretty good, right? We can swap the Frostula, that way we can guarantee Hail in case we go for Sun. We do something like that, and then we're good. Pitch Red. Finally. I'm sorry, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Alright, we gotta go around beating people up. Alright, so now to give it a test. We start the fog is deep. Alright, we're definitely getting rid of fog. We set up the North Wind. Swap to Frostula. Meanwhile, we go for a Blizzard hitting both. We get Hail, which should increase our speed and allow Blizzard to hit both targets. We get Spider Egg, because why not? Blizzard. Then this should have a 100% chance of Frostbite. Pretty good. Okay, we got a Fragger Sash. Oh, right, you're talking about the reward. You get Blood Moon Ursulina for completing the Kitakami Dex. I don't remember if we got a Pokemon at the end of Blueberry. Ah, okay. Interesting. Very nice showcase. It's kind of awkward that that you need all the Pokemon in order to get the legendary or mythical Pokemon though, right? So, because I'm imagining that there's like version exclusives in either DLC, right? Or can you get all Pokemon from either DLC? Because if it is like got version exclusives, that means that you need to not only pay for DLC, but you need, you know, someone else to help you out. So you're not even really paying for the mythical Pokemon, in a sense. So, are you able to get all the Pokemon in the Kitakami Dex or Blueberry Dex without relying on someone else? I think the DLC didn't have version exclusives. I don't remember training or homing anything in when I did mine. Okay, that's a bit better, because like, if it did have version exclusives, then that would be really awkward for convincing people to buy it, you know? Because, like, not only do you need to pay for the DLC, but you don't get this Ursaluna unless you get another version of the game and you can trade it. Like, that would be really rough. We didn't do your we didn't do your moves, did we, Aurus? Let's see. Good thing we're testing before Funray. Alright. You definitely need to change out your moves. I just think it included your version exclusives catchable in the area. Yeah, but like, are the version exclusives of just the base game needed? So like, if you get Server Ledge, right? Do you need Armorage for the DLC products? I mean, Gym is that could be good. I mean, we could definitely set up with a rock polish, but... Discharge though. You don't really need an ice type attack on ice type Pokemon. Not bad. Okay. Kekon could be annoying. Okay, it means they both hit that one, which is fine. Oh, we can discharge here. Doesn't affect Australia. It's kind of rude. Why is that? Oh, yeah, water ground, okay. The more you know. Oh, there's so many of these guys. Okay. A little bit annoying. Get rid of that Chandler, I think. Guess I'll take that. Yeah, there are way too many in the later gyms. Great. I guess I really want you to do it. I mean, you can fight them without doing it right in some of them, but it's like you get a negative. So doing a challenge run where you have to defeat the gym leader without defeating the trainers could be pretty fun. I think Blizzard here is actually pretty good with Magmortar around. Getting both with Frostbite. It's much better to do that if you're trying to save on time. I get you. I know that the first one, like Roxanne, gives you like Stealth Rock or makes your Pokemon bleed on entry or something. So it would be interesting to have a challenge run where you intentionally battle the gym leader first like that. Ockerberry, help us out. Yeah, boy. Not looking too hot here, though. It's possible for every modern type run. Fair enough. Yeah, I imagine it would be a bit more of a challenge, but it shouldn't be too impossible. Ugh. Alright, this one's a double battle at least, so we can get them over with twice as fast. They're definitely going to go for like some kind of sun, so... They would, right? There's no way they don't go for sun. No? I guess not. Huh. Winona is the punching bag of Algoria. Is she like that bad, huh? But I imagine that like Titanize is like really hard though, isn't it? Because don't they like set up inverse? And okay, I guess Camelot doesn't mean to Frostbite because Magma Armor. It's whatever. Titanizer is by far the hardest. Yeah. And don't they have like a thing that's like anti-protect as well? Trick and inverse. Damn. Yeah. That would be kind of rough. Just another blizzard should be fine. That's a trainer thing? Okay. The one we didn't get around to is here. Yeah, Torko's definitely a sunsetter, so doing this is definitely in our favour. Get him both Frostbite, reduce their special attack. And I believe, as a baseline, we get increased defense while on hail. So that helps us out. Frostbite, Frostbite. I mean, it's still strong, but it helps out. Yeah, we definitely have a speed boost. Well, speed advantage, rather. Did we miss? Or has it got like a... No, it's got like 4-1, didn't it? So, it blocked the attack. My bad. Right, left side. Okay, that should be all of them. So now we're good to go. Alright, that's it. Ogre Pond, huh? And to a temple. Mold Breaker. Hot coals. Oh, that's like colossal string, right? Where it makes us wait to. Ah, am I missing two more? Oh, whoops. You know what? We're gonna go with it. Let's see how we go with it, eh? So I think still going for Blizzard is a good shot here. Get them both Frostbite. If we lose this time, then we'll beat up the last two. Okay, getting guaranteed Frostbite. That's good damage. Wood Hammer, that's fine. Shell Shout, that's whatever. Going for... Hang on, what type are you? Just fire. Immune to rock type, so... Ah, so it's a shot that burns the next foe that switches in. That didn't work on first shot, I did it. I think in this version, some of the terrain moves and abilities are kind of weird anyway, aren't they? So that might be it. But if we go like Akara and another Blizzard, that should be fine. That's good damage. And we definitely outspeed Torkoal, I think. Okay, not bad so far. Charizard. Okay, Stick Web, helpful. You would think that wouldn't get affected, but I guess it's like Fire Dragon now, right? But Jolteon, Flareon didn't get impacted, which is weird. So you're looking to freeze yourself anyway. Good thing we got rid of the sun. Mystic Dance. Okay. Hold up. Charizard Z. There's a Z one now? Maybe freezing you wouldn't be that bad. I kind of want to get rid of Flareon as well before it becomes an issue. So let's... No, if I freeze Flareon, it's just going to get a boost and destroy me. I'm going to double team the Flareon, I think. Mega Charizard Z, what's it look like? Oh, the Dynamax. Wildfire. Fire Spin. Okay, we got Ockberry. So we eat that. Okay. Still hail, so we're doing okay. We did freeze you, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay, Ruskin and Recoil got rid of Flareon, which is good. Critical hit, we use the Focus Sash. The robot is off, so now we bring back Jiong. Bring in Jiong later, we need speed. Cryomancy. Yeah, with the chilling water, gotcha. That's still fine, that kind of worked out, you know. But we'll save Jiong for later. We'll bring in Auroras because it can just survive anything basically. I'm hoping that Charizard's weak to Rock type. At least one of them might be. That's going to disable our weakness policy, but Giant Wings. What does that do? Am I able to get more info about it? Well, Giant Wings is definitely some kind of like flying type benefit. It's pure fire, okay. So Frostless is going down anyway. Boost flying type moves by 1.3, gotcha. So I'm not too worried about them. Frostless is going to go down. So let's go for Discharge, maybe I can get a paralysis. Not this patch, you can't. They added the in-game info in 2. Ah, okay. Yeah, that would have been useful, having a bit of knowledge. But it does sound like we can freeze them and not have any issue. Infernal Parade. Alright, well, there goes Frostless, I guess. Flame Burst, we survived that. Discharge, hope for paralysis, that would be great. Okay, we got one. So if you're pure fire type, then going with a Mammoth one could be good, but let's set up the Aurora Veil while we whittle these guys down a bit. Pebble Shower to awaken both of them. Meanwhile, Chilling Water on Charizard, make it freeze on it. Maybe not, but Pebble Shower should be enough. Okay. Excellent. We can use our items again, which is great, because we just got Taurus. Alright. Seems pretty doable. We definitely survived that, yeah. Even though fighting is like quad super effective against us, with all our abilities we really like taking no damage from that. Alright. Defeat finally with ice types. Love to see it. Cool, we got a Volcarona, but I'm not going to be using it. So, where were the two people that we missed? Because, like, I battled these guys, you know? So, I don't know where the other two people are. It's like the cable car, right? Why is this even a thing? Is this like a cold room or something? Like, what is this? But I guess we missed them in there. So, why does May even visit that house? Does anyone know? What is this house? Herb shop. Okay. Gotcha. Well, we get new Pokemon at the adoption center, right? So, what's new here? Fire starters. Yeah, I'm not feeling any of these Pokemon. From the herb shop. Why would you get fires from here? Wouldn't... Okay, I did not know about this. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, so we got Torchic at the start. We'll get Chimchar. I do like... I guess we'll just get a bunch of these because I like them. Not you, not you, not you. Water and Slate Plot. Where's the grass one at? We already got Rowlet, so I'm just missing Grookey. And grass after the Petalburg Forest. Okay, gotcha. Chimchar's looking a bit off in the PC. Like, look at Chimchar. It's looking a bit sick. You know? We're gonna evolve into... just Vega. Alright, so if we have a Nidified type, we can go check them out. We do need to change up our strategy though, because like, that was kind of fun, but it was more for the meme of it. But we should have a new level cap, right? Yes. Which would also mean that we can get our final evolutions. Just leveling everyone up. Here we go. Graniton. Great. I think I prefer Appleton, but it could be good. So I will be just going to the toilet in a moment, but I'll level these guys up and then you guys can tell me what you would like to see me mess around with, you know? So if there's any Pokemon on screen that you would like me to play around with, just kind of let me know. I'm not really feeling you, sorry. Some of them we've already used, but, you know, there's still a bunch. We can go for Sand Team, we can go for Sun. I don't think we can do much with Rain. We could do maybe a Trick Room as well. So, these are the Pokemon that we can use. And these Pokemon. And these Pokemon. So, I'll leave it on the screen as I go through it, but let me know if there's any that you would like me to try and use against Norman. Okay. 1 sec. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. How's everyone going? I also forgot that there was another Pokemon that could evolve, right? So I know I had you, but there's another one. Oh, it was you. So I guess we'll check out what our new Pokemon can do. Fendguard. Fendguard is always useful. Self-sufficient and ripen does sound pretty good. Harvest as well. Nice, nice. Unaware. Doing okay. Trying to draw a Feeble evolution. Ooh, okay. Well, Feeble kind of looks like Swiper from Dora the Explorer. So, do you know what an evolution would look like? You gotta have like, you gotta do something with the tails, right? You gotta have like 2 tails, or you gotta have like an Espeon kind of thing. It's like part of its whole thing is that it uses its tail to cover up its tracks, right? So Graniton's pretty good except for speed. I feel like Fendguard and just a berry is good. Like, that's all you really need. But we also got Fanfernal. As it goes tied to itself, so is it Firegrass now? Yeah. Trick or treat on entry. Pretty decently fast. Yeah, I was gonna make the tail Thieves' Tools and make it like Tuxedo and Top Hatty. I'm not a big fan when a Pokemon starts getting clothing. You know, because then it makes you question if it's like biological. If it's like hair that looks like a hat, then that's fine. But if it's a hat like an actual hat, then it makes you question like, what happens if it doesn't get a hat? Is it still the same Pokemon? You know? Scare. Cellida. Like Honchkrow. Yeah, I like it like Honchkrow or Mismagius when it's like part of it, right? But like if Mismagius just had a hat out of nowhere, like an actual hat, I feel like it would be pretty awkward. You know, it helps that it's a ghost type, and so it's like it could all kind of merge into the same being. Honchkrow is probably a bit more awkward, but yeah, I like it when it's part of the actual design rather than just like, part of the actual skin or biology of the Pokemon. Like, Revombi's scarf, that could be part of it, but it also could be just something that it picked up, and it's kind of awkward. But I'm willing to bet that it's part of it, you know? But anyway, who do I use? I guess whoever I use, I'm going to change up my team after Norman anyway. The way I have it sprited, it's like a fedora that comes out of the mask. Yeah, still, like, you know, with something like Hitmonchan, you know, it's like, are the punching gloves part of its flesh, or is it just wearing gloves, you know? It's very awkward to think about. A Pokemon like Klefki, for example, you know, it's an actual, like, inhabited fairy thing, right? Like, it's steel, fairy. I can see it's kind of making sense, even though it's, like, based on our stuff. Well, Baby Hitmonchan still has the gloves on. Wait, Tyrogue has gloves on? I was gonna get another one. Rowlet Sprite's canon, you can't convince me otherwise. Rowlet. This is not where I get tired. Oh, it is. See, I don't think those are gloves. Those are just part of its body, right? Because it's still the same color as its skin. Sure, it's got the little bandages on it, I guess. But you know, if anything, like the brown and the white parts are a bit sus. It should just be a pure pink boy, but I'm fine with it. But I don't think it's wearing gloves or anything. We still have, compared to this, like, no, not the Valve sprites. Is this something I don't want to know about? Like, what's going on? Alright, so we're just gonna delete you. Alright, well, if I'm gonna change up my team after Norman, I'm not gonna think too much about it, so we'll just bring back the team I was using. And then we'll really discuss our team after I get access to Megas. How's that sound to people? Now I'm showing him he can't stop me. Oh boy. So yeah, we'll get back to this team. Just for Norman, and then we'll do you have any new moves? Alright, so we'll use this team for Norman, and then we'll figure out what we want to have on a team. You know, because, like, I don't want to change it just for Norman and then have to change it again, you know? Do I have to beat all of these guys? Alright. I don't even know what happened to him, but he died. Icy Wind. That does like no damage to Jumper. Normal Dragon. Why is Icy Wind doing like no damage to Jumper? You got like Friend Guard or something? Ah, inverse. That would explain it. Alright. Alright, so I'm guessing that Discord message is some new tokens, so let's check it out. Alright. We're gonna go right past that. I'd recommend not looking at any of the tokens' DMs for now though, yeah. Probably for the best. Oh boy. Bunch of crying RNG. Why would people do that? What would compel you to do such a thing? I don't know what's going on in the world anymore. You have no idea of Valve's power? I guess not. Okay. 5 more to go. Maybe it would have been easier with Clefairoth, but... he has create war crimes. Oh boy. I don't understand. They're both male Pokemon. You know, like... Why he one-chant? Why? I'm hoping they're not, like, ever to be put into the game, though. Like, They're not like sliders for the next update or anything, are they? It's in the April Fool's patch, I think. Great. Yeah, Inverse really screwed us up with that one. Yeah, not actually included. That's good. That's good. Alright, so Inverse is going to be kind of annoying. I'm going to get rid of Porygon. And at least the baby, yeah. Okay, weakness policy. Boost us up. Super power, come on! Get rid of this guy. So close. Bubble should destroy. I'm hoping that... This is gonna be awkward. Oh, we need special attacking moves. It's so defensive though. It's not going too good. Alright, we'll go for Looky Looky and then we'll wipe out Snorlax later. Great. Okay, what we're going to do is if Snorlax is going to be a bulky boy, then what we're going to do is we're going to flinch him. Oh, and we made it fall in love. Great. So Snorlax shouldn't be able to move. Hopefully. Thunder Wave. Great. No, I'm still having to move. Alright, we're going in with Clefairy. Unfortunately, Trick Room is going to screw us up a bit. I mean, sure we're battling a different target, but it's whatever. I'm gonna head out. See you guys later. Thank you for joining. Hope you're enjoying it, you know? Like, I hope it's not boring or anything. Yeah, that one is looking kind of scary. Again, I don't even know what that symbol that you do is. Like, is it Chinese or Japanese or something? I didn't know what that means, you know? Alright. Let's rematch these guys. So, before to decorate, go for Mystical Fire on you. Because, so, Token, you got like some kind of weird symbol before that man. And you've had it occasionally before, like when you went with the laughter, like the ha ha ha, right? You had the same symbol before as well. So I don't know what that means. Toxic is kind of annoying. Alright, but now we're good to show pain. I don't know, all I typed was quotation mark see you, man. Weird. It didn't do it that time. Like, see you later. Yeah. I can kind of screenshot like what I'm seeing on my end, but it's not what I'm seeing, you know? My screen must be different. Very weird. But I'll send you what I'm seeing later. Then you'll kind of know what I'm referring to. But I can describe it for you if you're still here. So it's like a really weird 7 with a line through it, and then next to a capital A. I don't know. Great, you fell asleep. Oh man, I genuinely have no idea. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, but as I was kind of like saying at the start, YouTube has been acting up on me. So I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube's trying to, like, I think YouTube's really trying to think that I'm a kid, and so it's trying to protect me in some aspects, but it's really weird about it. But trust me, I am above 16, so we're good. Yeah, your notifications have been blocked. Yeah, and there was also like one member I was trying to reach out to. They wanted me to write something on their community page, which I did, but then it wasn't seen as if it like wasn't even there in the first place, you know? So there's a lot of like little issues with YouTube at the moment. I don't know if it's like something I can really fix or if it's something just on their end. But there's definitely something going on around, you know? Alright, final guy. We're meant to decorate. Like, Mega Fido the other day was streaming and I never got it, but I finally started getting them from Shay. Yeah, so I think like there is something with... Rude. I think there is something with YouTube's kind of programming, you know? It's fine. This chance is actually kind of annoying. Oh boy. I'll just forfeit this one. Alright, that one... That was kind of annoying. Get rid of that Chansey. So... We'd probably decorate first rather than follow me first. Pretty good. Protect, that's fine. Stealth Rock, that's fine. Much better. Much better, there we go. So I think that's all of them. Yeah, so I think that's all of them. Alright. Wait, no, he gives us a Mega Stone before we go in, right? Yeah, there we go. So now we got a bunch of Mega Stones. Okay. Yeah, so I think we get all the base ones from the regular games, right? Yeah, because then we're going to Auras here. Venusaur Y. Interesting. But then we get new ones like Melodic, Flygon. This would be like the Gigantamax. Some of these ones. Relicanth, Quagsire, Swallow, Luxray, Magnezone. All these Pokemon are Pokemon I don't have. Samurott, nope. Emboar, I guess I have one of those. Decidueye. Incineroar, Primarina. Yeah, so just starters. Wigglytuff. Roserade. So we only really have Emboar Decidueye at the moment. Alright, let's just get Clefairy to destroy Norman and then we can figure out our team with Mega Evolution. Ah, I can tell it's a Zoroark. That makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? Okay. You're definitely a prankster, aren't you? Eh. Hey. Well, you just wasted your guaranteed crit on the first turn to start with Nasty Plot. Okay, doing good. I do love Meloetta, so if we can get one of those, that'd be great. Get North Wind up. Help protect our Clefairy. Mega Snorlax, huh? There we go. Alright, now to look at the adoption center and then start thinking about which megas we want to get. There's a Happiny. So I guess we'll get one of those. This music has some Halloween vibes. Yeah, I can see it. You can imagine some Monsters groove into this, you know? I do like Spiritom's like design. I don't think it's good competitively, but I do kind of like it. Oh, I do like base seal, so maybe the seal and Dugong is also good. I think that's all the new stuff. But you sell Mega Stones, don't you? Alright. The Redux ones, that's whatever. Frostlass, okay. Dugong is a pseudo in this game. Gotcha. Yeah, because like, isn't it like a Dugong form with like a Kekuon on it or something? Like, whatever, I guess, but Ribombi. Guess we got Infernape. We got Fable, yeah. Zenzi mean. Calvin has one, yeah. Gotcha. Gadifite. Flygon. Which one we got? We got Cormoth, right? Orbeetle. Creamy. I want to get real beam for later. Raja, Toxicity. We already have the Decidueye. Weavile. Gudra. Alright. So, we got some megas to choose from. Let me put them all in one kind of box. Get out of here, Kangaskhan. So, it was you. We got you as a mega. Who else do we get? We got Frostless. I guess we got Alcremie. Got Infernape. I guess we would have Blaziken. Decidueye. We got Emboar. Who else we got here? We probably have Guide. Orbeetle. Colmoth. Arteria. Ribombee. Is that about all of them? Oh, Copperajah. Yes, Heracross. Now, is that all of them? I mean, I guess we got these guys as well, right? Charizard. Alright, but that'll do for now. So, is there a way to... Because I don't think I've got the permanent Mega Evolutions. With the abilities of the Mega... Does this first one matter? Like, if I go Magic Guard or Prism Armor, is it going to change what the Mega Evolution has? Because if so, that's going to be a lot of Pokemon to go through. Like, a lot of test runs, you know? Yeah, it's different. Great. So, I guess the rest of the stream will be going through these megas, but is there any that you recommend? Just use the online decks? How do I even do that? Like, is that in-game, or do I just need to Google it? Also, would it be, like, for the 2.6.5, or would it be for the 2.5? Like, is there any here that you recommend? click the clink at the top and set it to 2.5. Okay, so let me search up online decks then. So Elite Redux. Is it the ER next decks? Like next decks, or is it Pokemon Elite Redux full documentation? Yes, I'll try next decks. The info name is busted, Mega Cormoth is really good. Okay, so there's good options then. Okay, cool. Thank you, token. Okay. It'll take me a bit to get used to this, and I'm sorry that I'm not going to have it on screen. But you guys are just going to have to trust me that I'm looking at it. So, version we want 2.5. And then how do I get rid of this menu? There we go. So we want, let's look at something like Alcremie. So Mega Alcremie. Okay, so those are the abilities in those animes. So looking at this, abilities Gooey, Well-Baked Body, Passive Veil, Innate, Fluffy, Remember, Self-Sufficient. I think that's pretty much the same, right? I haven't favorited Your Good Doll. Actually, I haven't favorited on my PC and my phone. You really love this game, huh? Yeah, so Alchemy. I think it's the same. So it's just like a stat increase. Alright. Next up, I want to look at... God, going through all these menus. Let me try this. Then I put this there, and then I put you there. There we go, now I got all three I can see now. Alright, so next up I want to check out Rebombi. So, Rebombi. Oh, that's the mega design? Wait, there's a few megas. Oh, Redux. I don't think we can get Redux at the moment, so we'll just check out regular Mega Rebombi. Compared to this. Okay, so Fairy Aura, Friend Guard, Dazzling. So we keep Friend Guard, Dazzling, and Fairy Aura. Which is fine. Fairy Aura, yep, I know that one. Dazzling, that's pretty good. That means that we don't need to worry about Fake Out. And Innates, Aerialist, Gravitate plus Fork, so I forget what Fork does, but it's probably something to do with flying. Radiance. That's pretty cool. It causes Dark type moves to fail. Gives us accuracy boost as well, but it means that we've got something extremely weak to Dark type. It could be pretty good. And Trickster. Disable and switch in. Not bad. Not bad. Next up, let's look at... Let's see what they've done for Decidueye. Mega Decidueye, Hunter's Mark, 40 beta Spirit Shackle when foes try to switch. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't think we can change that. Innates. First Rage, Sniper, Archer,
It's okay. Fog is ghost and Sai take 20 minus damage and non goes. Yeah. I wasn't asking about fog or anything. I was saying like the Hunter's Mark, we got First Rage. It's interesting. I'm not sure if it's better. I feel like the Deadeye on regular Decidueye is better than Hunter's Mark, right? Or Opportunist. So I don't think Decidueye is going to be a good mega target. Let's look at... Oh god, there's a lot of them. Oh no, I'm fine with Fog. I think I don't need to worry too much about Fog. So I'll just move them further down. Rebombi could be good, but these other two are kind of okay. So let's check out what they've done for Goodra, my boy. Goodra Mega. Poison Absorb, Overcoat, Drizzle, Acidic Slime, Corrosion plus Poison Stab. I think, yeah, I was asking about Flock. For, I think Decidueye or Rebombi. Corrosion plus Poison Stab, okay. Stat Zipper, Shell Armor. I mean, overall it's not too bad. Shell Armor, Overcoat's pretty good. Neat. And it's a Dragon Water, gotcha. Oh, Flock, okay, yeah. Yeah, so Flock on Rebombi, I think. It's probably my accent. Or the music. Gotcha, Torrent. It's like Torrent. Alright, Frostlass. Oh, that's a cool design of it. Soul Eater, Snowcloak, Haunted Spirit. That's pretty much the same. You can earn a Scan Intimidate. Not bad. I think the only difference is Cryomancy gets removed. Which is something I'm not wanting to really do. So we might pass on Frostlass as well. Alright, let's check out this Cormoth then. Let's see, Grass Pellet, Butter Up, Hospitality, and Soothing Aroma. Kind of forget what they do. Overcoat, Self-Sufficient, Big Leaves. I think I can see it. I can see how that would be useful. Hospitality and Soothing Aroma. Definitely for doubles, I think. Alright, let's check out... Check out Roythani. Mega, Scrappy, Cute Charm, Technician, Limber, Furcoat, Striker. Alright. Nothing too fancy. Neat. Okay, Altaria has a chance to redeem itself, so let's see what it's got. Pixelite, yeah, Cloud 9, okay, that's fine. Peaceful Slumber. Sweet Dreams plus Self-Sufficient. Natural Cure. Fluffiest. Wow, okay. Really anti-physical. Imposing wings. Giant wings plus levitate. Okay. Seems useful. Peaceful slumber, sweet dreams. That's like either healing or extra damage if a target is asleep, right? Could be good. Alright, what do they do for Copper Raja? And I guess the other dragon interacts orbital and toxicity. So Copper Raja. Oh, that Copper Raja is looking different. That's not how I imagined the Mega Copper Raja to look. Alright. Juggernaut. Peaceful slumber is a healer pure sleep. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of awkward to play around, but it's whatever. Immune to critical hits, Juggernaut. Sapsipper. It's definitely a bulky option. I just don't get why Mega Copper Raja has to look like that though. Orbital. Power Spot, still good. Psychic Surge, still good. Magic Bounce, still good. Those are 3 good abilities that I have to choose one of, you know? But then we get Gifted Mind. Null Psychic Weakness. Status moves always hit. Interesting. So we're gonna learn something like Hypnosis, that could be pretty good. Magical Dust, if hit by a contact move, gives Psychic type to the attacker. Maybe I'm misreading Gifted Mind. Null's Psychic Weakness. If the idea is that you get hit, turn them into a Psychic type and then ignore it, shouldn't it be like Null's Psychic Resistance? Rather than Weakness? I don't get it. Intended Lens, attacks deal double damage if resisted. Okay, that's how you benefit, but Gifted Mind, Null's Psychic Weakness, why would you want that? I guess if you're a fighting type, maybe? It means you don't get hit by Dark and Bug. Ah, that's what that means. I feel like it could have been worded in a bit of a better way. Null's Psychic Weakness is awkward. Like, if it could have been like Null's Psychic Weaknesses of User or something, you know? But just Null's Psychic Weakness is very misleading. But I can see it. I think it's decent. And Toxicity. Stun Shock. Attacks have a 60% chance to paralyze or poison. Nice. Intoxicate plus Punk Rock. Don't remember what Intoxicate does, but Amplify up sound moves. Yeah. Cool. And Noise Cancel. Not bad. Not bad. Just more of the same, really. Cool Fable. Fable Mega. Okay, Lunar Affinity. Copies the Lunar moves used by others. So that would be like Lunar Dance, maybe something like Cosmic Power or Moon Blast, right? Double second at Serene Grace, nice Rocky Payload. Solid Rock, Dazzling, Moon Spirit. So what would be Canada's lunar move? Moonlight, Moon Blast. Okay. Probably like the Moongeist Beam as well from Lunar. Okay. It's something, but I'm probably not going to use it. We'll do the ones that haven't canonically gotten one, or at least haven't really been too recent. So Embor. Why does this one look like the Legends ZA? Because like this is the 2.5 that I've got should be before ZA kind of came out. So why does this one look so similar to it? It's crazy. Anyway, Flame Shield, Avenger, Sunbasking. I think the sprite is just updated. Okay. So it's probably gonna look different, but the old Mega Embor was a quadrupedal thing. Okay, gotcha. Just very confusing. Also a bit confusing that they didn't update Mega Frostless then, you know? I feel like that could have been updated as well. Boost fire type moves by 1.5, Brute Force, Rockhead. Okay, so he's meant to be kind of like when ally is defeated, you send them out kind of thing for a strong hit. Right? Inferno. Redux. Mega. Okay, what we got? Wow, it's really into the water type moves, huh? You'd either go for priority on the punching moves or the water moves, really. Either way, punching moves hit twice. And is there a water punch? Like, is there a water type punch attack? I guess I have the dolphin one, right? Jet punch or something? Yes. Okay. That could be pretty good. I can see how that would be useful, yeah. And then let's see if these last ones have any changes, you know? Guide, attack by one stage. So, when it has an on-entry ability, if I Mega Evolve, does that trigger, or do I have to switch out and switch it back in? Also, Torrent Fist from Urshifu, I think. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess it would have like a water type punch. Dual wield. Yeah, that's fine. Avenger, pretty good. Like, yeah, would... I guess Intrepid's sword would activate. I have no clue. I played Perma-Mega. Gotcha. I imagine it would work, which I can imagine that this would be pretty useful. Pretty good stats as well. Blaziken. Speed boost, yeah. Boost by time moves by 1.3, yeah. Kicks always hit, damages foes weaker defenses, so that'd be like high jump kick. Would always be good. Boost the power of kick moves by 1.3. I guess fast kicker. Nothing particularly unique about it. Heracross. Skill Link. Fighting Spirit. Weak Armor. You probably just want to do Skill Link, don't you? Hunter's Horn. Boosts Horn moves and heals a quarter HP when defeating enemy. Okay. Weak Armor and then Hunter's Horn, just sweet. Battle Armor, Vital Spirit. Yeah, it's the Maxie and Hachi theme. Good ears. Okay, so Heracross has some potential. It does feel a bit all over the place. Like, it's got a bit of a defensive ability, it's got a healing ability, it's got a status ability, so Heracross is all over the place. But it could be good. And then finally we got Charizard. I don't know which Megas we have for it. I think it's just like Y and X, right? So Mega X, Tough Claws, Hellblaze, Levitate, Discipline. Can't switch while rampaging. Can't be confused or intimidated. For doubles, that doesn't really sound that good. Yeah, how do you do your music? Just a random playlist in the back. So I've got the music on my computer. I've got like a list. Just Windows Media Player. What you're hearing is like just any sound from my computer, I think, as the setup. So if I get Discord notifications or something, then you'll probably hear a pop-up for that as well. And then let's check out Charizard Y. Drought, Hellblaze, Levitate. I feel like Levitate on Mega Charizard Y is a bit awkward. Oh wait, no, it's not flying. Okay, gotcha. Soul Power, yeah. It's okay. But I think that's all my Megas I've got at the moment. So, if I had to choose which ones I would feel interested in playing around with, I think Gallade, Altaria, Ribombee, Goodra. I think Orbeetle was okay. Fanite. Alright, so which of these should be my Mega? I think these are pretty good options, right? Yeah, I wasn't really feeling these other ones, you know? I like these Pokemon, but I wasn't really feeling their Megas. So which should be my Mega? Guide because Pokemon Diamond. I getcha. Yeah, we do have some cinema music at the moment. Guide was pretty fun. Like, at least like what I could see of it. Let me just double check it. Guide Mega, yeah. It's looking pretty good. If you want to shred, use 8. Would it be particularly good in a double battle though? Because you remember that we're not doing a single battle format, we're doing doubles. So you gotta keep that into consideration as well. I've never used it myself, but I've heard it's god tier. I can imagine with its water type moves and punching, you know? But like it's only got priority at like full health. So if we get hit in a double battle and then something like a Talon Flame outspeeds us or something, we're kinda screwed. You know? Like I imagine it's like really good in singles, but in doubles I'm not too sure. Gooch is just solid. Rebombi I think was good in doubles because it had Friend Guard. For doubles, Cormoff hands down. Yeah, let me check Cormoff again. What does Hospitality and Soothing Aroma do? Is that like healing ally upon entry and stuff? I mean, Cormoff does have potential with Harvest as like part of Seed Star, no, as part of Big Leaves. Okay, so it's healing ally, fun entry. 25% cure status, so could be good. So I'd have to send it out when a Pokemon's damaged, and then Mega Evolve. Then I'll be able to heal. Could be good. Could be good. If we ever need a good grass type, then definitely Cool Off. Well, I think I'll think about it over the week. I'm kind of leaning towards Orbeetle, Rebombi, maybe Guja just for the... because he's decent. It's so majestic. The Cormoff does look pretty good. Like, we got some good options and I will think about it over the week. But that is going to do it for today's stream. I would like to thank you all for watching. We made some good progress today, and I'll see you guys later. Also, Token, I'll send you like a screenshot of what I'm seeing on the chat, you know? Imagine flying with your mustache. That's what that is. Okay, gotcha. That is kind of funny, actually. But I'm not sure if that will impact my decision on it. But, yeah, I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys later.